feeling cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. The fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you think you.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys know, there used to be a show that we used to do on Wednesdays called Champagne and Things, and I had some time today, so I definitely wanted to jump into that again. But before we do that, guys, I want to go ahead and definitely do my intro, and then we'll jump into that. So if you're new, or if you're older, like if you are one of the people from the tribe, we have changed the name to the Soul Dev Nation. So if you want to join the nation, go ahead and turn on those notifications. Subscribe, like the video, share the video, and all that good stuff. Let's play this intro, and then let's get into it. Let's go.
But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time. The Candy.
I'm fly, yes. I'm high, yes. Every wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
We're back. What's going on?
No, it's everything's going good.
We are doing an impromptu Champagne and Things show today. I was setting up a fresh off the press, and I was like, hit you up. I was like, we should do Champagne and Things again today. So I wasn't able to change the title of the banner, but you guys know what it is. But so what's going on with you? I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing much. Just still working and trying to ease myself back into this YouTube thing. So I'm happy to be live with you.
Yes, same here. I've been dibbling and dabbling. You know, I got a YouTube check last month.
Oh, wow.
And I was very shocked. I was like, cause it ain't say that in the back, in the studio. But they did send me a little check. And I was excited about it because I was like, you know, I'm not working. Well, I'm working, but I'm in unpaid training right now. So, you know, God be looking out for the kid, you know. You know, I'm on location. I haven't really told anybody where I'm at, you know, but yeah, so I was really excited about that part. Shout out to the people who have been supporting me in my lives that I have been doing. I think this is the second one I've been doing since I've been in Dallas. But yeah, so I do miss doing the show with you, and I hope that we are able to pick this back up now that I'm going to be like in different locations. It's going to be fun to like try to get these together and catch up during the week.
Yes, I agree.
All right, I want to read some of the comments really quick. What's up to our girl Shy Town? She says, "Welcome to the So Debonair Show. This is Champagne and Things. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button as you enter the room. Sit back and relax and enjoy the commentary. Also, if you guys go into the description, the Candy Shop's link is in the description of this video. What's going on to Mary Broussard? Hey, Mary, I haven't saw you in a while. What's going on? And of course, my girl Miss Platinum 2001 is in the building. So let's go over some of the topics really quick. I definitely want to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. There is a poll on my YouTube channel asking about if you guys are like liking this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I definitely want to get into that. I want to talk about Jaguar Wright and Brian McKnight, and he's suing her, and a lot of it just Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff. And then I have some other like random topics. Okay, you ready?
Sounds good.
Chi-Town says, "Hey,
Yes.
Andy."
Hey, Shartan.
All right.
Oh, comment.
So let me pull this up. We can get into this share screen. I think it was this one. All right, there we go. All right, so I know I asked you before, but just for the viewers, has anybody in the chat been watching Poppa's House? I would love to know if you guys have been watching Poppa's House. You said you haven't been watching it. I did try and watch it.
I
It
didn't
comes on,
know they had a show.
so it comes on Paramount Plus. I did try to watch it. In and out I went, and then I just went out because the show's stupid.
Oh,
And
so
this
it
is
wasn't good?
no, not at all, not at all. Mary Bassar, what did you think of the show? I see Chi-Town saying no. Miss Clem 2001 says no. I just have regular Paramount. Oh yeah, it's on Paramount. I think it's Paramount Plus. The show's not good. It's them playing father and son. It just misses the mark to me altogether. So when I saw this, I'm like, well, I can understand. Like they canceled it after one season. It wasn't good. And I did watch it because I thought that, the younger one and the older one would have some great chemistry because they're father and son. So I thought,
I'm gonna get my headphones.
okay. I thought it would be good because they're father and son. The chemistry should be great,
Yeah.
but it just was not. It wasn't. It was silly, but I support Black shows, and that's why. And Mary, I actually repurchased Paramount Plus so I could watch it because I do support the Black shows, and I even went through the whole season. I did every episode. I've watched all of them, but when I saw this, I wasn't surprised.
Yeah, they
that they're
can you hear
just,
me?
yeah.
I was gonna say they just appear to be a little corny. So yeah, I
I
wasn't
think
feeling
the
it.
Lanes are corny, period. But I think that they might need to. I think the thing is with the son is that he can play better roles. Because I've seen him other stuff, and he does a way better job. I think him trying to be a replica of his like the father, the uncle, and the uncles and the aunts is not his lane. Like his lane is really like more serious roles.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he's playing like an idiot, like they would play, And it's like in 2025, like we're not looking for Black people playing idiots on TV.
Well, I'm glad I didn't see it then.
I just wanted to know if anybody else was watching it. I know I had asked you before. I did think it was a great attempt. I do think that if they did try to do something a little bit, I think the son would do better with Marlon, to be honest, than his actual dad. I think
With
him and
who?
with Marlon, Wayans, his
Oh
uncle.
yeah.
I think Damon's son would do better with a show with Marlon than his dad. So I'm gonna move on from this. If you guys are tuning in late, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Or have you watched this show? Was it a good show to you? Was it not? If you can rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate it? We're going to move on to our next conversation. Here we have.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get my headphones.
Okay. Here we have the pastor's wife. I think her name was Kelly Steele. Says she says she was graced by God to iron her husband's clothes for his side chick. And I'm waiting for the candy shop to come back for this part. And I want you guys to weigh in while we're waiting on her. Would you iron your man's clothes for the side chick? I couldn't see. Well, you know what? Let's have a transparency moment. When I was married, me and my ex at the towards the end of our relationship, we did have an open relationship. I would let people in the house so that they can do their thing and then let them out because I didn't want to be bothered. But I don't think that was the direction that they were going in with this. And it does seem like, to me, this is my own personal opinion. This is so Deb. This is not what she said, and I don't think that. It just seems like low self-esteem to me. But the way she built herself up, I was really kind of confused. And thank you, Chi-Town. Yes, y'all like the video. It's an easy way and a free way to support the channel. Mary says she slipped and bumped her head. And I agree. Pam, what's going on, Pam? Pam says, hell no. Ms. 2001 says, no, she is crazy and delusional. Delulu. Okay. As one of my friends from the school stage, she's probably half tart. Chi-Town says low self-esteem and she doesn't know her self-worth. And that's a good thing. I don't think she knows her self-worth at all. Some people are just okay with saying they have a man, so they accept any man. And I believe that as well. We just read. You can hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. You sound a lot better. We just read the title. The pastor's wife, Kelly, I think, still says she was graced by God to iron her husband's clothes for his side chick. Would you do it? That was the question for you.
Okay. Am I breaking up at all?
No, I can hear you. Fine.
Okay. So I don't know. It went out for a second. So my thoughts on this pastor and his wife.
No, I was asking you before we get into this video.
My thoughts on this pastor and his wife.
Oh, now I think we're delayed. I think we're delayed.
I can't hear you now. You went out.
I think we're delayed now because you can't hear me.
Oh, I hate that. No, I can hear you now.
Yeah, because we're delayed.
I can hear you now. But what was the last question you asked me? I don't think we're delayed.
You hear me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
2, 1. I heard you.
You're delayed. I said that 5 seconds ago.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay. Low self-esteem and she doesn't know herself.
I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Some people are just okay with saying they have a man. I read that one already. I'm trying to say it's a delay. Yeah, it's definitely a delay. But yeah, like I was saying though, me and my ex at the end of our relationship, we did have an open relationship, only because I did not want to have sex with him, and so I didn't mind. I was like, if you do your thing, because our sex life was horrible. I didn't think he had great sex. So if you want to have it, I don't mind that. Listen, as long as these bills are paid, we're in love, and our shit is taken care of. Do your thing, boom. But the things that this lady's going to say in this video, I don't think that was that type of situation. I'm definitely not ironing your clothes for y'all to go on no damn date. Okay. We're not dating and we're in a marriage with somebody else. And as she goes on, I'm trying to wait on the candy shop to come back before I play it. As she goes on in this, and then she had to go back in the first. I think this video is actually old too, but I guess it came back up and she had to redefend herself. I I wonder where like her family and friends were and when she was going through this, because I don't think that they were around for any of this. And I'm gonna go ahead and start playing it. When it came to come, she could just jump in. I think she's seen that already anyway.
A radical heart shift from that moment. I got in my word, under my word. I just completely changed as a person. And I realized that God loves me, that God has a purpose and plan for my life, that God chose me, that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
So he would call me out my name. It wouldn't bother me because I allowed God's voice to be louder than his.
I be wondering sometimes, y'all can, in the comments, let me know as well. Why do people think that when God be involved in your relationship, like you got to belittle yourself? Like, and I just want to go back to the beginning of what she just said, because she said so much and so fast in like seconds. But let's go back to this. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Is this better?
I can hear you.
Is that better?
Can you hear me in 5?
Okay, I can hear you now.
4, 3, 2, 1. It's still delayed.
Let me take these headphones out. It's like it started.
All right, let's go back.
A radical heart shift from that moment. I got in my word, under my word. I just completely changed as a person.
I want to just stop there at the beginning. Hold on, what Pam said. That sounds good, but I don't believe her. It does sound good. And I think that's what it's like, a tongue twister for these people that are in church. And not to say the church is bad, because all churches are not bad, but to get in your word and under your word, it's like, and then also you got underneath a man who's like, don't give a about you. And it took y'all years. Look, I'm gonna rewind it. Can you hear me now, Candy Shop? Okay. I'm refreshing and do it again.
A radical heart shift from that moment. I got in my word, under my word. I just completely changed as a person.
So she got in her word, under her word, and changed as a person already. We already hear. Like, this is surprise. We hear, right? And it goes downhill from here. But to use God as for the reason why from this title already, I'm already concerned. Do you want me to keep going? You got any comments before we get there?
Yeah, I saw a TikTok where there was a former, she just felt something was off with spirit. And in my thought process, I was thinking, why would you continue to go to this church? So
That sounds like a combo of being in an abusive relationship and having a low self-esteem. Listen, it sounds like a faux for me. Going Wendy's. Let's keep going. And this is the beginning. Like, she hasn't even gotten into all the stuff, but I got in my word, under my word, and I became a whole nother person. Why? You just met that man. If he was interested in you, why would you have to change already? You just met him. Oh, I like this. Ms. Palm 2001 said it sounds like spiritual manipulation. Catch that T. All right, let's go ahead and keep playing.
And I realized that God loves me, that God has a purpose and plan for my life, that God chose me, that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah. So he would call me out my name. It wouldn't bother me because
God loved all this stuff about you. And then at the end of that, the man's calling you out of your name. And that was okay. That wouldn't click with me. That wouldn't make me feel like God loved me at all. If that's the man that God sent to me, and then all of a sudden he's calling me out of my name. I'm sorry.
I allowed God's voice to be louder than his. And when I was going through transition of him not coming home on the weekends, not being there, telling me I hate you, I'll never love you, I wish I never married you.
Right.
I knew that life and death is in the power of the tongue through the word of God.
And God sent that man to you.
So I would say, you will love me one day. We will have a good marriage one day. And although he would,
that sounds delusional,
go out for weekends, I would literally help him get ready to go meet a side chick by ironing his clothes and getting him ready for the night.
That sounds insane.
And these are all things I was graced to do. I would not.
That's not grace to do. That's actually sad to do.
Encourage anybody to do that unless you are graced by God to do this.
I wouldn't encourage anybody to do that, period. Let's stop there. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do that. And then let's cut the damn conversation.
But once I knew who I was, I realized, oh, and I had a radical heart shift from that moment. I got in my word.
Okay, that's the only part that was on there. It sounds like confusion to me. You're on mute, the candy shop. Can you hear? I mean, are you there? It sounds like a lot of confusion to me. I got in my word, out of my word. Then God has sent a man to me who's going to disrespect me and call me out of my name. I don't know if this lady is like, it seems like this sounds like low self-esteem to me. No self-esteem at all. No way. No self-esteem is probably better to me, Mary Bassar. I think that would be a better word. Candy Shop, if you're talking, you're on mute, so we can't hear you. What's going on, fellow? Follow me, Black TV. So up there, let's see what's going on. I'm over here talking, trying to make.
What I was gonna say is beyond low. But it's beyond low self-esteem. I don't know what this woman was thinking when she married this man. Part that I saw, he said he chose her or settled for her because she was cooking for him. She stayed down the street and she just kept coming after him. And so I don't know. She's a beautiful woman. I don't know why she would settle for this man. What it was about this man? Maybe it was because it was a preacher, or I don't know what. But
he is a preacher.
I couldn't do it.
They actually have a church now.
But I'm saying it. When they met, it's like, was he a preacher then? Is that why she was chasing this man, or like, what is it?
It sounds like that. I don't think that was ever revealed, but it sounds like that. Like maybe he was, and she wanted to be like a first lady, because those are the extent that people go through. And I'll just say from firsthand, like and some people don't understand it, but I was married to a pastor, and I was the first gentleman. It's equivalent to a first lady, and I hated every moment of it. I never even wanted to be one. To the point where I just wouldn't go. Like, I'm just like, people over fantasize about that position, and it's not something that is glorified at all. It's something that's very depressing, because you have this person who is like the leader of this church and these followers who follow that person. But on the down day that you have, or the day that you guys decide to leave each other, guess what? They're going to build that man up and they're going to tear you down. And I my heart goes out to any first lady, and any man who's dating another, or woman dating another, any sexuality you are in a church with a pastor. I feel sad for the partner of that person, because if it does not work out on that day that it doesn't work out, you're on your own. It's almost like the game. Do you remember watching the game when that girl left? When the dude put her out, and they had to give her like the Sunbeam parachute package.
Yes.
It's like that.
Tia, her kid Melanie was her name.
Yeah, and one of the girls, the boyfriend, the man kicked her out, and they was basically not trying to give her shit, and then they like disowned her from the church. Dating a pastor is like, I would never in my life do it again. I'm sorry. Whatever happened. And I'm with Mary Bassar too. I feel like maybe he was putting hands on her. Tracy Thomas, what's going on? She said, yes, low self-esteem. This is sad. What's going on to April Morgan in the chat? Mary Bassar says he didn't want her, but he wanted the convenience of having a housekeeper. I'm with you on that. He probably dating all the women of his congregation, and I'm pretty sure he was as well. What's going on to Darren Hood in the chat? He says, hey to me
Hey,
and you. Yeah. And Miss Final 2001 says, the church is justifying his behavior and making it like he's perfect. And I believe that as well. My heart goes out to this lady. I hope that one day she does wake up and understand that she's not being appreciated. She is being basically used for him. And maybe he's changed, maybe he has changed. But I wouldn't sit around long enough to find out if he was going to or not. I'm sorry. It's not my ministry. You got anything else for that?
No, I didn't like the story. Every time it would come up on TikTok, I would scroll past it because I just thought she was ignorant. Not to bash her, but it's like I just. Mm-mm.
She actually went on and did another interview saying that she didn't want to make it seem like she was accept a man being mentally or physically the A word to them. I use you with a B you use a B use. You know what I'm saying? You situation. But she was just saying, and it's not for everybody. It's for her. It was for her. And I feel like it wasn't for her either. So yeah, But once you click out of that mind frame, maybe she'll come back and say, you know what? My mind wasn't right. I got counseling. I went, God gave us counseling on this earth. I sat down on that couch and I learned that this is not where I'm supposed to be. And I do challenge anyone who's going through a situation like this to go and get some help because I don't think that is healthy. So let's move on to our. You want me to pull this one up? Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying it with my phone because my computer was not acting right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, we're in sync right now. Okay, we're good.
I just need to put my glasses on now because I can barely see.
Okay. All right, while you put your glasses on, let's move on to some of the ignorant that's seen on the internet. Shamar.
Yes.
So Shamar has revealed that he graduated with a 90 GPA and holds on to 3 separate master's degrees and a GAD. I don't know. I ain't never been to the school to have any of this shit. Okay. Shamar is doing a damn thing because, baby, you went to the school with a 90 GPA. You hold you hold on to 3 separate master's degrees and a GAD. What do you think GAD stands for?
I ain't got a degree. I don't know. Ain't got no damn degree. I don't know. He just. Mm-mm.
I'm trying to think of some good. Y'all put in the chat. What is a GAD? I would love to know. A GAD. Glad a. Good and.
Good and done.
Good and denial. Good and denial. I don't know. Put in that chat what y'all think a GAD is. What's going on to Tony Norris in the chat? Hey, so Devin Kent.
Hey.
Getting a degree. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Trying to get a degree. I mean, come on, girl. You on it. You on it. Getting a degree. Okay. So he got a 90 GPA, which is the highest degree you could ever get. Holds 3 masters and a GAD. That's what we had to say about this.
I started going to school at 12 when I was in 12th grade.
So why you ain't just finished? You already in 12?
Wait a fucking minute. I'm sorry. He said he started going to 12. Is that what he just said?
Yes.
Let me wait a minute. Hold on.
I started going to school at 12.
Did you say start or stop?
Let me do it one more time.
To school at 12.
It's hard to do it on here because they just start so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Going to school at 12.
Let's listen to it.
When I was in 12th grade.
So why you ain't just finished? You already in 12?
Oh, he said he stopped because he said, why you ain't finished? You heard him say that?
Mm-hmm.
So he stopped going to school at that time.
12. Okay.
I mean, you talking about high school? I was passing my grades, so don't get it fucked up. Don't get it missed through school.
What was your GPA?
My GPA, it was a 90.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he meant he's been getting 90s, and then I wonder, okay, did he have an IEP, or is this a special education degree? What is this?
You know what that school told him?
You need to leave. Wait, I didn't hear it. It didn't say anything. You need to leave.
That school said you need to leave. How the hell you get a 9? Let's keep this shit here. I'm sorry. This is hilarious to me.
A 90?
It was a 90, and plus I kept getting A's and B's. Goddamn, on the principal role, all types of shit.
What's the principal role? You ever been on the principal role?
The what? What did he say?
He
the
said
principal role?
He was on the principal role. You ever been on that?
No.
The dean's list? You know, I've heard of that.
The dean's list and the president's list, yes.
Yes, but the principal role? Sounds like you was in trouble. The principal was on your ass. Maybe, but the principal, I never heard of that. Ms. Anna said getting a degree. I changed that to getting a diploma. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Or maybe he meant
GED. Yeah.
You know, maybe.
Since he left in the 12th grade.
But he over here getting 90 GPA. So, I mean, I don't know if you need a GED for any of that.
Maybe since he left in the 12th grade, he went and got his GED. And then GED, I know the scoring is like what he
get
said.
a 90 GPA with a GED.
You can on the test you can score, I think, those types of scores, but
I'm going to Google it. Can you get a 90 GPA?
Yeah, because we used to in the industry that I used to work in, we would take GEDs and we had to look at their scores.
Mm-hmm. Well, we go over here on Google and it does say that no, a GPA cannot be a 90. So.
Maybe his test score was a 90.
GPAs are typically calculated on a 4.0 scale, where a 4.0 is the highest possible GPA, while a grade of a 90 might be considered an A or a A minus on a percentage scale. The GPA is a numerical average of all of your grades, and the highest possible numerical value is a 4.0. So,
yeah,
you wasn't getting the 90 GPA, but we're gonna.
I'm trying to help him out. I'm like, maybe he meant this.
Keep it going, because like Jamie, Jamie, that's me says, because that's just how you is.
What was your major?
My major.
Mm-hmm.
What is?
And the fact that he had to think about it is already insane.
Yeah.
What did I major in? Cooking.
Lying.
What was it? Mal. Goddamn.
He said cooking and mouth.
I don't know what he's. I can barely understand him.
History. Goddamn. They wasn't teaching us about no.
You know what? I think when he said he was majoring was goddamn. Goddamn, I'm lying. Goddamn, I'm lying. And I goddamn cooking. Goddamn, it is goddamn.
Right.
It's goddamn.
No army shit, no none of that. But they would teach us about history and shit like that.
You must have got your master's. Did you get your master's?
Yeah, I got a GAD, if I'm not mistaken. I started going to school that.
Damn, so there's master's in a GAD. You got a master's in a GAD, baby. Let me tell you something. Shamar, Log off. Boom. What's that?
Yes.
Log the fuck off. And don't log back on with your GAD. Okay. That shit don't make no damn sense. I'm sorry. It don't make no sense. I'm just in shock.
I'm not. You could tell by the way he talked. I am not shocked.
He said, I got a GAD. Okay. Y'all drop down in the comments if you tuning in late. Let us know what you guys think a GAD is. Mary Bassar said it could be a great average, maybe. It could be in getting a degree. And I think it was one more that she said. I changed that to getting a diploma, or maybe he meant a GED. Oh, no, maybe it was a GED.
I think maybe he meant GED.
Mm-hmm. But I think that he got a GAD though. About to getting your ass disrespected on the internet. That's what I'm gonna call it. All right, let's move on to our next conversation. And I really this one. So y'all, this is all, a lot of times I do a lot of fluff at the beginning because people need to come into the chat before we get into the real stuff. And so I do want to come over here to one of my favorite people in the world, which is Coco Jones. So Coco Jones went over to the Breakfast Club. And a lot of people have really a lot of opinions on the Breakfast Club. For me, I really don't. I do love the Breakfast Club. I do miss Angela Yee, though. I'm not gonna lie. The other people on this show, I haven't really listened since Angela Yee left. But on this, I can get down with the Breakfast Club, and I can get down with Charlamagne the God. So Coco Jones went over there, and I'll just read what it says. Y'all can go and find this on its_on-site on Instagram. Charlamagne the God says he even requested they cancel or reschedule to give the host of the Breakfast Club time to listen to Coco Jones' album. So basically what happened is Coco Jones has a new album out. Her management didn't send it to her right before she came to the show. At the Breakfast Club, from what I'm understanding, they all are fans of Coco Jones, but they couldn't give her album a good enough listen to give it like a critique or like promote it because they didn't get to hear it. I think the new girl, is her name Jasmin?
I don't listen to them, but that might be it.
Yeah, the new girl, and it's not
Just Hilarious.
Just Hilarious. Yeah, it's not her, but the intern that turned into the new co-host, which I do like. I like her a lot. She got a chance to listen, but she really skimmed through it. So they're basically telling Coco Jones, like, you need to talk to your management because they're doing you wrong. So let's listen to the clip and then let's get into it, okay?
Okay.
Because a morning show starts at 6 o'clock.
But why not tell her behind the scenes? I don't know.
He told her management that.
Yeah.
This is what he's supposed to do because they don't talk to her. When you're doing a radio show, you never talk to the talent. You talk to the management, and he told the management that, and they all agreed. Like everybody on the show agreed that he did say that, so he did the right thing. Now I think that what he's doing on the show right now, he should do because she should know how her management is operating.
But you don't think he should have told her after the show? You think he did the right thing by telling her live about her manager?
I will say yes. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why is because she's on the show.
Yeah.
So when it gets down to her album, when they have to say, "Hey," when she said, "Oh, I love this song," they can't relate because they didn't get to hear any of it. And although the girl who I hope her name is really Jasmin, got to hear it, even she can't really vouch for it because she skimmed through the album, so she didn't get a real listen to the album at all. So going to a show that's the Breakfast Club, which, this is like internationally known. This is one of the top radio shows, and you're on our show. They are fans of Coco Jones. This is not her first time on the show. I would tell her on the show, your labels, no. Or
I think it's kind of in poor taste though. Still, it's to me, it's a level of professionalism, and like with being somebody like in marketing or something like that, I would have preferred for them to tell me all out of the scenes and fake it like they did here, like, oh, it's the bomb, because regardless of whether or not you truly heard it, like, if you're gonna support me. So I don't care for Charlemagne like that anyway.
I could tell.
So I would have preferred just with me being her, because if you see her face, she looks like she's put on the spot, like she's a deer in headlights because of the way you did it.
Lauren, not Jasmin.
Lauren, yeah, she looks like a deer in headlights though, because he's just saying, yeah, you need another company, and it's already.
But also, she didn't know this.
But it's, to me, it's taken away. I don't know. It like I said, it's still. It should have been done more tactfully, and I think behind the scenes, but that's the way they do things. They had a whole HR meeting with Just Hilarious live, so this is not a surprise.
Okay, I'm gonna let you just do it. I'm going to step away for just a second, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. So for me, everybody, I really felt like that there should have been some professional decorum, because regardless of what's going on with the label, she still has to be up there and be professional. And so as a artist, I would have felt off guard or caught off guard. And hey, let's see, I'm gonna read some of your comments. Hey, DT. And okay, so let me go back. But I don't care for Charlemagne like that. I think he does a lot of things and says a lot of things for shock value, and I think he could have kept it professional with this young woman. But Deb said it was good. You know, Deb has his experience on the radio, so he agrees with the way that it was done. But I just don't agree with it, and that's just me. I'm the type of person to tell me behind the scenes, right, Jonathan? I agree. He is messy. So I would have rather you tell me behind the scenes, where I don't have to look like I'm bashing my record label on the radio with you. And I think she handled it well, though. Yes, never care for Charlemagne. And thank you, DT, a member for 24 months. He's extremely messy. Yes. Yes, I agree, Miss Platinum. He's definitely extremely messy.
What's going on, DT? I hope you both are keeping well, and everyone too. DT, I'm sorry, I'm just coming back, y'all. I had to take a little potty break. Norris, what's going on? To the candy shop. John says he's messy. I do think he's messy, but I don't think in this space. And I knew we probably weren't going to agree on this part, but I don't feel like we've been messy at this point. Thank you, DT, for being a member for 24 months. Never cared for Charlemagne, the ever-living goddess. He's extremely messy. I do think he's messy. I don't care for Charlemagne, the lesser charge. And DT says Charlemagne, the ever-living goddess with all the bleaching things, but needs to be messy with a dildo. Well, he plays with what's his name? DJ Ibby's butt. The butt what's the butt mode at this show?
I need to change my name.
Let's listen to this clip, and then so I think that was respectable for him to let her know that, because she didn't know until she got to the show and they told her that. So that's what I'm saying. I think that I would have done the same thing.
I would have done the same thing, but not live on the show. That would have been something I did after the show to tell her, like, hey.
But how would you tell her that if she's expecting you to review and talk good about her album that you ever heard?
I would fake it to make it. They'd be fake any other time on the radio. What would be so hard about doing it now? I would have said, like, oh, it's so good. Like, if I know she's a good singer.
Well, if she said, I have a song called
I would have said
at my house, and
I would have said,
hold on.
Let me finish my statement.
Okay.
I would have said, I didn't get a chance to hear the whole thing, but from the parts that I heard, it's awesome. I can't wait to hear the rest, is what I would have said.
But he didn't hear any of it.
But didn't you say Lauren heard part of it? Lauren heard part of it.
Lauren is not the Breakfast Club. She's like a segment of the Breakfast Club, and she's also new there. People are tuning into the Breakfast Club for Charlemagne and DJ Envy, and maybe I'm just not that damn hilarious. She's new from everything. So we can't count on Coco Jones coming on and then they're saying, well, you know, I can listen to you. They have no idea what the songs are, what part, like what to.
But are they not fans of her? Like that part doesn't make any sense to me. I think he was being messy, and I think he was doing something for shock value to get more to make it show spicy. And that's just my opinion on it. I think that's a cop out.
I think what's happening here is that one, the album was not out yet at this point for the public.
Mm-hmm.
They got the album so they can promote the album. She was dropping it on the day that she went to the Breakfast Club. So if they're fans of hers, fine. But the promo for this interview was for the new album that they can't talk about because they don't know shit about it because they never sent it until after the show started.
They know this girl can sing, so I still would have.
But the interview's not about her being able to sing, it's about her album that they haven't heard. What's going on, Princess in the chat? What's going on, boo? She says hello to you as well.
Hey, Princess.
He's definitely. I think that y'all need to take the heat off of Charlamagne. Take the heat off of Charlamagne for me to understand that Def Jam did not do Coco Jones right.
Okay, but she's still an artist with Def Jam, and so that's something to tell her behind the scenes. Like she still has to be there with them.
But we are here for promote her album that we cannot.
And that's the thing. If it's that. I'm telling you, it's not that hard to lie because that Negro lies often on his show. It's not hard to lie and be like, the album is good. Like, I'm not understanding.
But if you're asking about details about stuff that you liked about the album, you can't answer that because you don't know shit about it.
And I would have said, I can't wait to hear the rest. From what I've heard so far, it is awesome. Lauren, tell me what you think. Since Lauren works for them, I would be like, Lauren, tell me what you think because you heard some of it. And I would say that. Like, it's not that hard. I just don't understand.
I think that you are missing the part of this is on radio. She's here for an interview to promote an album.
And I would have.
I cannot say that.
Okay, so
later on, I was supposed to hear it already.
If she's there to promote it, then why can't she talk about her own album and what is her favorite song on the album? I would definitely flip it. Like, I guess this is the thing with me, which is why sometimes I love doing this stuff. Let me say this. Let me finish
before you get there, so we don't have to crash to this bridge.
No, but I want to tell you this.
In her mind, they already heard it.
Okay, so even if they already heard it and somebody asked me as a good interviewer, I would say, what's your favorite song? What do you want people to take out of this album? Like, they are professionals. They know what to do. This man was being messy. I'm sorry. I can't believe it. All the years he's been on the radio and he don't know how to interview somebody and promote something. I'm sure he don't listen to every album that comes on his show. Like, I think that's some bull. I'm standing on that.
I think if they like the artist, definitely they do that. And
I'm standing on that.
It's one of the artists they do like. I think that Coco Jones has shown and has proven that because of how something about my body song better than any man I have. What's the name of the song? You gotta be the soul in my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you. Yes, I need you. That's the song. I think
I see you.
I see you. Yes. I think because of that, I think that they have responsibility to not give her no lackluster interview. An interview to go in depth in her album. What was her favorite songs? Why did they like the album? And I feel like because they were put on the spot as a radio personality who I've been one, I feel like I would never want to go blindly into an album that I know what an artist that I do love and like, and not know the music or like want to ask like questions that the fans would want to ask. I want to have a good interview, and I wouldn't be one if I didn't get the updates or some kind of script or something, or I didn't get a chance to access to myself.
I just don't think that if he really cared about her as an artist, he would have did his due diligence to listen, but. Oh, well.
I was not expecting this to go this way.
What are the comments saying?
Let me see this is over first.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay, so that's the whole thing. that
I agree wholeheartedly with Coco Jones. Like she just said, y'all could ask me. I know my album, which is what I would have did. That's the more professional thing to do because what I'm gonna finish this point. What they have to realize is she signed on a contract with this label. So why was she going there bashing the label? I just thought that was so unprofessional. Like I that made me look at him crazy.
I think I see both sides. Well, I mean, like I said, like as it went on, I did see both sides. You could ask her, but I also think that it would be weird for them to be asking her when she's in the assumption that they have already heard it, because then it would come up like they didn't like the album because they don't know that they didn't hear it.
To me,
so I do get both sides of the story. I also feel like there's a lot of things where people do not like the Breakfast Club, which is understandable. They have done a lot of controversial things that people do not like them. To me, as an old radio personality, I love that show. I don't listen to it anymore because Angela Yee left. And I think that she was the glue for me. I think that any radio show, there has to be a strong woman. If it's two guys and a woman, that glue that holds that show together is a woman. And it can't just be any woman. There's a woman who's actually like embedded into that show, and she holds that show together. And so they're bringing these other people into the show. I don't think that I know this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I don't think that just I'm Not Hilarious is that. Her name wasn't Jasmine. What was the name?
Lauren. You know the audience likes Lauren.
Yeah, people love Lauren. And I wish that they would have auditioned Lauren before anybody else, because she's actually the producer of the show as well. I wish they would have done that because we would have got a fresh person that also knows DJ Envy and Charlamagne and can ride with them. Just Hilarious comes in and then she says things, and Charlamagne's already controversial, but then now she does it too. And it's like, to me, in my mind, it's a battle between who could be more controversial. And I don't want to, I can't listen to that anymore.
I think they brought in Jess because she used to do, that Jess with the mess segment on her own little channel. And I guess they thought that was going to be funny. But what they should have did was kept that as a little segment on their show just to add some comedic relief and hired Lauren. I really think that. But
I believe that too. So that was that. We can agree to disagree. If you guys are tuning in late, drop down in the comments. Let us know what you guys think about this conversation. As you guys know, me and the Candy Shop, we don't agree on everything,
right?
Which makes this show so much better. That's the person that says she says things because she is ignorant. Charlamagne is a troll, and
he is
absolutely that is the difference between the two of them. I agree with that. All right, what's going on to Jonathan Ford in the chat? Lauren does a good job with putting Charlamagne in his place, and it doesn't feel like she's doing it either. So it does. But also Angela Yee did the same thing. So I think that's the difference between her and I'm Not Funny, trying to be hilarious. Okay, so let's move on to this. Oh, this is what I want to talk to you about. So you went to watch a movie. What was it called? Sinners. You want to do like a briefing of this before we get into this? Of the movie.
Well, spoiler alert. Sinners was a really
good. No, but just a briefing of what the movie's about.
It's about vampires. It's really good. Make sure you check me out on my channel. I did a review on Sunday of it. So I know a lot of people have seen it, but make sure you check it out. Ryan Coogler did an awesome job with the writing in this movie. It wasn't what I expected. It's not necessarily, even though it's supposed to be a horror movie, it does not feel like a horror movie. So make sure you guys check it out.
I've heard that. And also Chi-Town Princess DT. One of y'all, the Candy Shop's link is in my description because y'all put it in the chat. So I did watch your review of Sinners because content creators support content creators. And I watched it, and you had mentioned Lovecraft Country.
Yes,
which is one of my favorite shows in the world, and we've heard so many different reasons about why that show was canceled. And so, as you were doing that live, I was able to pick up something on Instagram, and I was like, "Now I haven't heard this yet," and I don't know what the man's going to say, but I know it is from one of the actors, Courtney B. Vance, who was actually on the show. And I did want to do a live with you, hearing why he's saying the show was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So let's pull this up and then let's listen to this and let's find out what he says. And if it's something new, it might be new. If it's not, it's not. But I just want to hear it with you live, okay?
Okay.
Oh, actually, I gotta read it. The video. That was a video. All right, so Courtney B. Vance, Emmy winner, master of the craft, and emotional archer of Lovecraft Country, gives us the real reason the show was canceled during his appearance on The Breakfast Club. This is on The Breakfast Club? Wait a minute. Hold on. Can we find this here? Actually, I can go ahead and read it. Hold on. I'm going to go back.
Okay.
All right. Canceled during his appearance on The Breakfast Club. His words, the show was canceled because a Black woman created it.
Yeah.
He's talking about Misha Green, the visionary who gave us a show that felt like a spell. History, horror, Aphrodisiacism, is that the right word?
I can't see.
Afrofuturism, and ancestral trauma woven into a single sacred experience. Excuse me. But Courtney said she was met with resistance from day one. HBO wasn't especially nice to her from the beginning. Despite massive critical acclaim, 18 Emmy nominations, and a global fan base, Lovecraft Country wasn't protected or nurtured the way other prestige shows were. And here's the part that stings. According to Vance, HBO asked for their own Game of Thrones, and Misha Thrill, I guess it's her Twitter name or Instagram name, deliver it. But when that epic was led by a Black woman starring a Black cast, journeying through Black fantasy realms, the room got quiet. It wasn't about the budget. It wasn't about the optics. About a Black woman holding the reins to a genre they still don't think we belong in. This post breaks down the full 5-minute clip, split into 5 1-minute slides. Watch every second. Oh, I want to watch it now.
Yeah.
Do you believe? Damn, I want to watch it now. Let me see if I can pull this. I want to see it now.
I was gonna say I can see what he's saying because when I searched as to why this show was canceled and everything comes back to she was hard to work with, and it's funny that they're saying she was hard to work with as a Black woman, but like when you go to the actual actors that were on the show, they all love working with her. But the production company itself and I guess HBO tried to make it seem like she was difficult to work with. And like I said, I think me and you were talking about this before. I believe she also did Underground, and they canceled that after like the second season, saying that it was hard to work with her.
Where do you watch it at though? Black Squad?
Huh?
Is it on Black Geek Squad?
What? Oh, this video?
Yeah, I would love to watch it. If we can do it like on the live, I would love to watch it.
It's not up on, and it's with Charlemagne.
It says it's on the Breakfast Club. Let me see if I can YouTube this real quick. I mean, if they cancel my thing, that's fine. I would love to see what he was saying like on the live.
Yeah.
URTNEY.
Oh, and thank you, DT, for sharing my channel in House of Princess.
Oh, this is 45 minutes, but he is talking about on this one.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. You know what? Maybe we do this a separate live.
Yeah.
I do want to get into that though. I think that's going to be a good show for us. One thing I would say about Lovecraft Country, that it was a very woman positive, a woman goddess, a woman strengthening show for me. I remember Letty in the basement of that house when the slave master was holding them and she broke that spell for them. You remember that?
Yeah. That's one of my favorite episodes because that ain't that the same episode, or it's around the one where she goes and busts them car windows
Yeah.
out and stuff.
Yes. And they went into that basement because the slave master was in the house,
Yeah,
and they went in the basement, and she broke that spell in the basement.
And all those spirits got free.
Yes, and that's, if y'all don't know who Letty is, that's Journey Smollett. But when she did that, I was like, that freed a lot of people. Whether they knew it or not, at that moment, it freed a lot of people. Because think about what the power of what she did. And then what was the other lady's name when she went to space?
Oh, I forgot her name. Hippolyta. Was that her name? Yeah.
Hippolyta, and she was like the ultimate woman. What was her story? It was something.
She was I know she traveled through time, but the little daughter made a comic book featuring her, and she lived up.
She sat in that room for all that time. She couldn't get out until she realized how to get out. It was something about the power inside of a woman or something like that. That shit was so powerful. Like when I was on my old podcast, we talked about the show. It was so good. Like, can you still go back and watch those?
Yeah, it was on Tubi. I watched it again like a few weeks ago.
I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can watch it again. That show was so good. I think it was so like much women empowerment.
Yeah,
but just to see that, and I think that a lot of that stuff that they don't travel down in history, I think a lot of those things they are showing actually really did happen.
Yeah, my favorite episode was the Tulsa, Oklahoma one where they go back in time. Oh, that was my favorite episode.
I love that one.
It was that. And second, even though a lot of people didn't like the episode I'm about to say, my second favorite was the one where it shows Jonathan Majors in Korea, his character, and he's with the lady with the 9 tails, whatever she got. The lady that would bang people and then they die from her banging them.
I don't remember that one.
A lot of people didn't like that episode. But yeah, the Asian lady he was dating, the Korean woman he was dating before he came to America. It like flashed back to him in the military. So
you have to go back and watch that again because I think I just remember like my friends are like girls, so I don't know. So maybe that's why I remember all that stuff. I just remember like the women empowerment stuff on there.
Yeah.
And I think that when I was on my podcast, that's the stuff that we talked about the most. So.
Yeah, well, my least favorite episodes was when my favorite actress right now that's in Sinners, Wunmi Masaku, her character when she was shedding her skin, I hated those.
Oh, to be the white woman?
Huh?
To be the white woman?
Yes. I hated that. That was gross. They could have kept that.
I hated that one too. Oh my God. I hated that. She was like a salesperson or something, right?
Yes.
Yes, I hated
At
that.
Sears or wherever. I think it was Sears in Chicago when it first opened.
I don't remember that story like that, but yeah. All right, so drop down in the comments if you guys remember the show. You love the show. Let us know if, from a scale to 1 to 10, do you miss Lovecraft Country? Are you guys going to watch Sinners? What do you think about the movie? We would love to know. Now, are you sharing on your channel too?
Yeah. No, I didn't share this live on my channel.
Well, drop down in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. We would love to know. And let's move on to our next conversation. And before we do that, let's go on to Ray all day in the chat.
Hey, Ray.
All right. Our next conversation is Jaguar Wright and Brian McKnight. Okay. Yeah. 2 problematic people.
I'm just so old. I'm sorry. I'm over the Jaguar Wright because it's a whole sector here on YouTube and I just can't keep up with it. It's too much.
Yeah, I don't talk about Jaguar Wright. I never do. I just thought about these 2 problematic people who deserve each other. Brian McKnight is sort of Jaguar Wright over, her comments about him.
I didn't know she made comments about him. What did she say?
Well, we're about to read it because I don't even know either. This is all I just was pulling stuff. We're gonna read it. This comes from the Jasmin Brand. Singer Brian McKnight is taking legal action against Jaguar Wright, claiming she spread blatant lies online. According to a new lawsuit, Brian accused Wright of falsely alleging he was hiring those women over there, or maybe men, whoever is doing those good deeds. Starts with a pro, ends with a two. And physically using with a in front of that them. During those encounters, he firmly denies the accusations. Wright also claimed that McKnight abused something, if yours of this went, his ex-wife, Julie McKnight, who she says is her cousin. Wait. You know, I'm sorry. Sometimes when you read stuff that Jaguar Wright is saying, you got to take a step back. So Wright also claimed that McKnight used with an abu in front of that his ex-wife Julie McKnight, who is she is her cousin.
Yeah, who knows? I don't believe nothing that comes out of this lady's mouth.
I don't. Okay, this is so weird. McKnight says, "I never used with an abu in front of that my ex-wife, and had no idea about her alleged relation to Jaguar." She probably don't have.
Right.
The suit alleges Wright acted knowingly and maliciously tarnishing his name. Jaguar has also made shocking claims about others, including Jay-Z and Beyonce, and more victims than Diddy during a Piers Morgan interview, which has been taken down. So please take that with a grain of salt. After legal threats from the Carter's team, Piers later apologized for airing it. McKnight is now suing Wright for damages, insisting her statements were defamatory and entirely false. What do you think about this? I mean, you gotta ask after that, like what do you say after this?
Yeah, I mean, I have no thoughts on it because it's like I don't really care for Brian McKnight because of what he did for his kids or what he did to his kids. And then with Jaguar, you know, I've seen her in these YouTube streets and it's just a hot mess. And then I've seen some of her stuff on Vlad TV. She says a lot of stuff and says she's connected to people in order to, I guess, sound more credible, but it just sounds like a hot mess. And he's wasting his time sooner because what money she got? That's the part that I don't understand.
And I think, you know, she goes around, they keep on going around saying, if she's lying on y'all, then sue her. And what do you get? Because you can't get nothing. And I love what Mary Broussard is saying here. This is her cousin on her uncle's daddy's grandma's side, twice removed. And the 3 times back removed. Then they flip down. What Missy said? Then they put their thing down, flipped it, and reversed it. Because I don't think that she's the cousin of anybody's.
Right.
What he's talking about. Jaguar don't have any money to give Brian. I don't think that Brian even has money to give out to Jaguar either. At this point, I think that all his money going to child support, and we also don't like Brian McKnight because he's a sellout.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, that's that as well. I love this for Brian McKnight, though. Like, go against Jaguar, right? Because we don't like neither one of y'all. So whoever wins, we still wouldn't care if either one wins or loses because we hate both of y'all.
Right.
Ray Audacious, I think Brian hates black women, and we do too. And we'll sue a broke black woman for support. He's narcissistic, and you know what? But he chose the right one this time because we all don't like this one either. So, 2 people that we don't like, y'all sue the shit out of each other. You know, she could sue him for maybe getting his kids back,
right?
Black person, and he can also sue her for telling the truth. You know, it's a win-win for the people that's on the outside of the situation. Mary Broussard says probably just want to shut her up. But he's not gonna shut. Now no one can shut her up. Jaguar isn't too credible. She's not too credible. She's not credible at all. But if you guys are watching, drop down in the comments and know what you guys think.
Yes.
We're going to move on to the fun stuff that we wanted to come on to. I wanted to start this off before we get to like the nit and gritty of the actual season that's going on. So, do you know Nene has a new show?
Who?
Nene Leakes.
I think I heard a little bit about it, but I don't know. What is it about?
It's her new show on YouTube. She's basically like Sherry Shepherd.
Oh.
But it's on YouTube. That's what it is. And you know, I ain't shading it because we vlog up here. Let me show you how you. Let me get oh, excuse me. DT says I like her show. I like the show. Well, she had. People she had on there. I really don't care about. There's one person I do love. That is from Housewives of Atlanta. That they have never brought back besides for that little snippet, and it is going to be Deshaun Snow. Okay. And I've always wondered how Deshaun Snow felt when she was not invited back to season 2. Now, when she was on the show, did you like her?
Wait, who was on the show?
Deshaun Snow for season 1.
I'll say that again. Who? No, I'm joking. She, I mean, she was all right. The funniest part was when she had that auction and nobody bid. And
I love that though. It was like,
but they remember they was passing out flyers and leaving them on the bus stop or something like that for her auction.
I love that. It was real though. So she was
the realest housewife. I'll say that.
Yeah, and I love that because the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was actually a housewife. I love that. So when she was on season 2, I was very sad. I would say I'm probably like Deshaun Snow's biggest fan. And I'm gonna make a clip of this. I'm gonna put it onto Instagram, and I'm gonna tag her in. I'm gonna say, Deshaun, if ain't nobody a fan of yours from season 1, So Deb is a huge fan of you. When she did not come back, I was so sad. And then they brought Kim back, Sheree back all the time. I mean, even Lisa Wu, I'm like, now why the fuck they didn't bring her back? But Deshaun, I did love because Deshaun wasn't confrontational. She was literally like the real. She crossed so Cynthia could walk.
She was boring though. I'm sorry.
She crossed so Cynthia baby could walk. And if they would have given her more chances, she could have probably did what Cynthia did. But
she reminded me of the lady, even though they might have different personalities. But what's the lady on Real Housewives of Potomac who was married to the basketball player, but she's messy? I mean, not basketball player, huh?
Sharice.
Yeah, she reminded me of her.
No. Sharice is messy as fuck.
I know.
Deshaun is not messy. Deshaun is like sweet. She is like, let's get together. Let's do
She
stuff.
was born in country to me.
I love Deshaun. And I'm putting this out. I'm gonna make a clip out of this. So I'm telling you this now. You're gonna be on it.
Okay.
Deshaun, I loved you from day one. I felt like they should have brought you back every single damn time. Because I feel like she was such a good balance to all the chaotic stuff that was going on in the show. And Lisa Wu was trying to fight. Nene was shading everybody. Kim was a gold digger. Who else was on the show outside of Deshaun?
Sheree, did you mention her?
Sheree only said, "Who gonna check me, boo?" That was it. It wasn't nothing
I like Sheree.
But there was Deshaun there being a sweet lady who was doing like she had the husband. She did the fundraiser.
And they're divorced now.
It didn't do that well, but that was okay. She just got onto the show. It didn't do it like that. But she could have built her image onto the show. I mean, even Kia came on and Nene shaded her shit, didn't give her a check, but they still brought her back. Like, I just feel like Deshaun has so much more to give on the show.
Yeah.
And I really wish Deshaun got more. So, and I didn't watch this yet either, but I want to watch it with us together because y'all, I don't be watching a lot of stuff before I come on. I like the live reaction stuff. So let me read some of these comments real quick before I do this. And thank you, Darren Hood. I love Deshaun Snow. I love me some Deshaun Snow. And she's divorced with that man now. Miss Chateau Thelma. Yep, Thelma came back all the time. She ain't said shit. That's who's gonna check me, boo. And so September, spring, summer, we still think she's not correct. Eric Snow made a fool out of Deshaun. She probably would. I don't think none of us knew.
Yeah.
We
did. He divorced her. Like,
well, a lot of us didn't even know. I didn't know that. I mean,
I did.
And made a fool about her. How? Because he divorced her.
He was doing stuff. I think he cheated on her. It was stuff, rumors surrounding what was going on.
Ray got divorced. Portia got divorced. Phaedra got divorced. Cynthia got divorced twice. Like, I don't understand why she made it out of a fool of her. I don't understand that.
There was other stuff that happened, but I mean, she was off the show for a reason. So
I don't understand. I just feel like she does deserve a real chance on the Real Housewives because she was a Real Housewife of Atlanta.
Yeah,
Kim was a real hooker of Atlanta and got the stakes. I understand. Move on to what Nene was asking her on this thing, and y'all watch Nene's show. I'm gonna try to get into it. I have not really gotten to it yet, but I'm gonna try to. Let's hear what she said.
After season 1, they wanted to know, were you surprised when you were not invited back for a second season?
I was surprised.
And first of all, she look cute, and this is not the same girl we seen on the first season.
Yeah,
and you agree she don't even look at the same person.
No, she looks good.
She does look good, but what is the cosmetics that's happening? The nose or something else? The cheeks?
She does look different.
Let me pull up Deshaun's nose. That's not what she looked like when she first came on that show.
She looks like she's gotten her nose done.
That's not what she looked like before. Oh, absolutely. Hold on. Absolutely. Now, that's not the same girl. That's not the same person that we're looking at in this video.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying.
But they all look different now, too.
Yeah, they do, but she's not on the show no more. So why are we getting all this done? And I can tell. I know this weight loss. I can tell that part. The nose, though, I would have kept that. Like, I thought that was cute. Maybe that's just it. It's the nose and the weight loss.
Yeah.
So not too much. So let me take it back. Maybe she's got a nose job. That's it. And lost weight. Okay, I can ride with that.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
I was like, I wrote my books. I was like, okay, I know I gotta have this so that when it airs, that it's ready and all this. I have my little plan on, So I was really surprised. I was shocked.
You were?
Yeah.
Were you hurt?
I think we were all shocked because the show was called Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was a real housewife, and she actually operated in a way that we thought that Housewives was going to be, because it was like the first season that we actually seen this before, and then the girls who wasn't really housewives besides Nene was kept on the show. Because Lisa Wu didn't come back either after the first season, right?
She did come back.
For season 2?
Yeah.
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at this up. Lisa Wu
was on, I think, 3 or 4 seasons. Because remember, her and Sheree had competed with the clothing lines and all of that.
I don't remember her being on that. Lisa Wu Hartwell's The Portrait from Atlanta after season 2. She left after season 2.
Oh, it seemed like she was on longer.
So they got rid of all the housewives besides Nene?
What'd you say?
So they got rid of all the housewives besides Nene, and well, Ray wasn't a housewife.
Yeah.
Let's keep listening. I'm sorry.
Disappointed.
You were disappointed.
But you know what? Everything works out, the way it's supposed to work out. Because I truly feel that I would not have wanted to go through my divorce on camera. The person I am today, I think I would have been fine. But the person back then, I think I would have been
Bring Deshaun back
to concerned with what it looked like.
Yeah.
And you know, from a divorce, like,
And that's real. I do think that she would have been concerned about what it looks like. Can you agree with that?
Yeah.
Deshaun did seem like she was very like cautious. Oh, I'm not doing too much because my husband, I'm not giving too much. Like
She was
very,
like what Phaedra was trying to be.
yes, but that was
A
a
Southern Belle.
yes. I do agree with that. Okay, let's keep going.
you can't be worrying about other stuff and dealing with, it's so much that you're dealing with. So I don't know that I would have been trying to deal with that and then try to look pretty.
After
She
season,
looks beautiful, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do love this. And not saying that she wasn't before, because I've always been a big Deshaun fan before I even just seen this, because I didn't watch the whole thing. I've always loved Deshaun, but she looks beautiful. So shout out to Deshaun Snow. I do hope that they find a way to bring her back onto the show, though.
Yeah.
Even if it's not on Housewives of Atlanta, like some type of spinoff for them, like the Ultimate Girls Trip, I would love for them to bring her on that. I think she would do great on that.
You don't think, so this is my opinion, you don't think some of these housewives have gotten just too old to do this? Because like,
that's why
they're
like
in their 50s now.
That's what I'm saying, like Ultimate Girls Trip, yes, that would be good for her. I just feel like she should have opportunity to have more time in that limelight of being a housewife, who started the actual franchise for Atlanta. All those girls, I think even Lisa Wu has had opportunity to like give that, but Deshaun didn't get anything. I want her to have something else.
Yeah.
And y'all let us know down in the chat. I mean, in the comment section, if you guys feel the way I feel, the way the Candy Shop feels, or you have your own opinion, drop down in the comments, let us guys know. And we're gonna move on to our next conversation.
Yes, and I'm gonna have to get off here soon.
Okay, I'm not gonna say long either. So, are you a fan of Phaedra's?
Yeah, I like Phaedra. Like I'm not
On a scale
I
from
like her, but I'm not like fanning for her. No.
How do you feel about Phaedra's reads?
I like her reads, but like you tried to say they're written.
Out of the one beside the pizza, what's your favorite read?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's not about her reading. She's just quick-witted. And so that's what makes it funny. To me, she
Give
can
me a quick read that she's given.
A quick read. I don't know. I can't think back to anybody's reads, to be honest. But to me, Phaedra is just quick with the comebacks. But I mean, I like her. She's entertaining to me.
Give me a comeback that she has given something outside of the pizza box.
I don't know. I'd have to. Right now, my mind is not on that show, so I don't know.
Plenty of Kenyans.
I can't name Kenyans.
I love when they have pulled up the fact that Kenya went to the blogs, and Marlo, it was Marlo, Nene. I don't know who else was there, but I know that Marlo was the person who was like spearheading this conversation. And so it was about Nene, and she said something. She was like, something about people, and Marlo said people, and Kenya said people, because they don't know how to speak well. Kenya doesn't like it. I can also think about the twirling stuff from Kenya. I
can think more about it with Nene. Like, I just saw a clip with her recently. Remember when Kim was on a date with Lindsay Lohan daddy, and Nene went chasing after them, and she was like, okay, Lindsay Lohan daddy. And so that's funny. I don't know. I can think of Nene's, but to me, Phaedra is more
Hold on. Time out before you do that. In the chat, put a good Phaedra read in the chat outside of the pizza box. Go ahead. I'm talking about, go ahead, Candy Shop.
Oh, that was it.
I want people, because I mean, so Phaedra went on to, Beyonce's internet, and she gave her best reads according to herself. And I'm just sitting here like, you know what? That was wrong. All right. And let me see before we do this. Mama Joyce Hood reporting Kenya Moore Whore 3. Silicone booty at Walmart. We're gonna meet. At least reach that Phaedra had. Something they're good. Her reads are corny to me, and me too. Ain't nobody memorizing these folks' reads. Okay. I just want to see because I mean I can memorize a lot of Kenya's. I don't have any from Phaedra, but these are Phaedra's favorite reads that she has given. And when she does, at the end of this, I want to see if you guys feel like these were monumental reads. Because I can tell you from Nene Leakes, what is this, honey? Up into Kenya's apartment or that hotel.
White refrigerator.
The ghetto. We know that was a good read. Right? But for Phaedra, because there's such this thing where we need Phaedra back, and Phaedra's done all these reads. Phaedra. But what does Phaedra do for y'all? Because I'm not understanding. So let's go. Phaedra had her own reads that she loves. So what she had to say.
I'm Phaedra Parks, and baby, everybody knows I'm the queen of snapping. So I've teamed up with...
Everybody does not know that because I think your reads are weak as fuck. Unless you have a script that you're reading. But let's go on.
Cheese It Snap to blind rate some of my most iconic snapbacks.
They're not iconic.
Something to...
And I will be pausing them because I'm not going to get sued. I'm not going to get taken out by Bravo.
The buttermilk just ain't clean. That's
something from the buttermilk just ain't clean. I mean, is that a good read? On a scale from 1 to 10, hold on real quick. I want to go through this at the same time. On a scale from 1 to 10 in the chat, something in the buttermilk ain't clean. From a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it in the chat? What do you give it?
To me, I'll just say this. I didn't think it was a read. I just really think Phaedra is just sassy and has a mouth on her, but I guess I don't look at her as reading people.
Well,
so I'll have to watch these.
But you have to listen to this because Bravo TV did this. It said Phaedra is the queen of snapback. Whoever this person is, watch her rate her most iconic snapbacks. Sponsored by Cheez It. So these are Phaedra think these are iconic. So on a scale from 1 to 10, what you giving it?
I'm not giving it anything because I didn't think it was a read.
Well, Phaedra thought it was. So and she I need to score. 1 to 10, what was it?
I'll give you a score on the next one.
We got to go.
Read the comments.
I need yours first.
I don't know.
I'm gonna read the comments and I'm gonna ask for yours after this.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's more of her facial expressions and her reads. To be honest, you know what? I was on a show where they would say about another person, and that shit is still lame. Miss Flannel 2001 says 0. I will agree. Darren Hill says 1. SDL, I think that's a L or a capital I. 4208 says 2. I will agree with that. DT says 3. I'm going down for it. When she told everyone Kenya was searching for sperm banks, that's not the one we're looking for. That's the only one she had, and she didn't make that. She is just funny. She's not really funny. Now the read she had on the last episode of Entertainmentt was funny. I don't see that. I don't see it there. Okay. All right. The reason she had for them, she used to call them lame bitches who were like rich bitches. So it's like you're like not as rich as them, and you can't really handle them in reading. So you're just trashing them in a confessional and not face to face.
To me, she's just a mean girl. I just have never looked at her as this big reader. She's mainly just a mean girl that's entertaining.
She's never been a reader.
Yeah.
But these are, I need you to give me a rating on this one. Before you do, I will do mine. It's a 0.
Well, I agree, a 0.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Good one, but I'm gonna rate it a 5. I do too
She rated it a 5.
much because you do too little.
I do too much because you do too little.
That is not a read. Damn, I'm gonna sign off because I'm over it.
Listen, I did not make this up. This is what she is saying.
Did Bravo choose these for her? Like,
no, this is actually what Phaedra does on the show, and I think that people don't understand. She does not read at all.
Yeah.
Her best rehearsed read was the one that she did with Kenya with the pizza box.
Because I'm hungry.
Like, we need Phaedra back. Why? And she.
I don't think the show needs to come back. To be honest, it's just a mess.
I think the show would have been great with these people on the show now if they wouldn't have put the battery in Brittany's back. Britt's back.
Yeah, because I watched the first 2 episodes and I just couldn't watch it. I didn't finish watching the season.
But we got to come on. After this, if you want to go, you can go. But I want to go through these together.
This is like torture, and I'm hungry.
I know. But every year, I'm like, y'all want Phaedra back? Why? And so she's actually rating her best.
Who is y'all?
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying because I want to make a clip of this because like you on here. It's not just me by myself. This is our other read. What are you giving this?
0.
Nobody's going to rate it. Darren has said 0. Where y'all at in the chat? Where y'all at? Okay, let's move to the next one. Number 5 was something in the buttermilk ain't right. Our grandparents said that. Let's move on.
Really like that. And I think I'm going to give it a 3. You didn't send for me, but I still came for you.
She stole that from Kenya. Are we rating on this one? Or are we going to move on?
What did she say?
You didn't send for me, but I sent for you.
No.
But Kenya said that first. Drop down in the comments, let us know what you guys said. Let's move on to the next one.
I think that's a 4. A wig does not count as a hat, honey. That is definitely got to be
a wig does not count as a hat. Was that a good read?
No, like none of these are going to be good. I don't even know why we have to listen to this.
Yeah, she said these are all since Phaedra has left this show. Oh, we need Phaedra back. She's the read queen. Phaedra be reading, and she is saying these are her top reads. Right now, we have something in the buttermilk ain't right. I did too much. I don't know what the rest of that one is because they ain't have it on here. And a wig does not count. She reading us down. Let's keep going. You're reading the shit on the count us out. Damn it.
Yeah, that's it. The end of it.
That's that. Oh, what's up with it? We're gonna get out of here. I'm in the live. Y'all drop down in the comment section if you tune in late. What is a good read that Phaedra has ever had? Besides the pizza box. She hasn't had one, in my own opinion. Do you have one that she had the candy shop?
I have to look.
No, just off the back, like if you were watching the show, what read that comes on top of your mind, like sporadically, that she had that was a good read?
I've never looked at her as a reader. That's the thing.
I feel like, that Bobby Brown said that, when she was representing her, he lost most of his cases. So I'm going to say she's not going to get a reader yet at all. But okay. So let them know where they can find you.
You can find me at the candy shop. I'm hungry, eating a burger.
I said candy shop.
But that's all I'm going to say.
All right, I'm going to take you down. Stay behind. Stay in the back. All right, y'all. Make sure you guys tune in. I will be going live very sporadically. I'm trying to get my schedule together. But keep tuning in. I do have a lot more topics that we didn't get into today that I will be getting into. But stay tuned. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. Join the Soul Dub Nation. It's where you want to be. And I will catch you guys in the next. And I'm looking for my outro in the next video. Bye, y'all.
Did it, I 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 did it, did it, you did it, I did it, you did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it, I